What if the very moment you stopped reaching for her, she started reaching for you? Think about that. Most men spend years doing everything right, showing up, being present, expressing their feelings, and still wonder why something feels off. Why she seems to pull away the more he leans in. The answer isn't about trying harder. It's about understanding something most men were never taught. And today, that changes. Welcome back. I want you to take a breath and really be here for this one, because what you're about to learn has quietly changed everything for the men who understood it. This isn't about playing games or being cold. This is about something far more powerful, the art of reading a woman's signals before you make your move. Pause. There are specific moments, specific signs that a woman gives when she is genuinely open, emotionally ready, and silently inviting connection. And the man who can recognize those signs, he never has to beg. He never has to chase. He simply moves at the right time. Stay with me until the very end, because the final point I share is the one that changes everything. So let's step into her world for a moment, because once you see these signs, you will never unsee them. Sign number 1, she finds reasons to stay in the room. Picture this. You're both in the same space, maybe a casual setting, maybe after a conversation that naturally should have ended. And she just lingers. She refills her drink slowly. She picks up her phone but doesn't really look at it. She laughs at something small and glances over to see if you noticed. This is not accidental. Women are deeply intentional creatures, even when they appear effortless. When a woman is not interested, she creates distance mentally, physically, energetically. But when she is drawn to you, her body refuses to leave. She manufactures reasons to stay close without ever saying a word. The psychology behind this is beautifully simple. Proximity is how a woman tests emotional safety. She stays near the people who make her feel something worth feeling. So the next time she lingers just a little longer than necessary, don't fill that space with nervous words. Let that silence do its work. She is already telling you something. Your job is simply to hear it. Take away. When she stays without reason, she has every reason. Sign number 2, her questions get personal. There is a very specific shift that happens in conversation when a woman moves from polite interest to genuine curiosity. It's subtle, but once you feel it, it is unmistakable. She stops asking surface-level questions. What do you do? Where are you from? And she starts asking questions that reach a little deeper. What did that experience mean to you? Do you think you would ever do that again? What made you the kind of person you are? Let that land for a moment. When a woman asks questions like those, she is not making small talk. She is building a map of who you are. She is checking whether the inside of you matches the outside. Women fall for what they discover, not what they're told. She wants to find you, not be handed a version of you. Serious? This is one of the most overlooked signs, because men often mistake it for casual conversation. But there is nothing casual about a woman who wants to understand your story. She is writing you into hers. Take away. Personal questions are personal invitations. Answer them with honesty, not performance. Sign number 3, the softness that appears out of nowhere. You've seen it happen. A woman who carries herself with composure, confidence, a certain graceful armor, and then around you something shifts. Her voice gets a little quieter. Her shoulders drop just slightly. She laughs more freely, more genuinely. That softness is not weakness. That softness is trust. And trust in the world of female psychology is the currency of deep attraction. A woman only lets her guard down around someone who has made her feel emotionally safe, someone whose presence feels like relief rather than pressure. She cannot manufacture that softness. It rises in her naturally, and she is often not even aware it's happening. So if you notice her becoming softer around you, more relaxed, more playful, more open, understand what you're witnessing. You have passed a test she never announced was happening. That ease she feels in your presence is one of the most powerful signals she can give. Takeaway: her softness is not given to everyone. If she gives it to you, receive it with care. Sign number 4, she remembers the small things you mentioned offhandedly weeks ago, that you prefer your coffee a certain way, or that you had a difficult week once, or that you love a particular kind of music. And then one day she brings it up, casually, like it's nothing, but it is everything. Women do not store details about people they are indifferent to. The brain does not archive what the heart does not care about. When she remembers the small things, the things you barely remembered saying, she is showing you the invisible work she has been doing. She has been paying attention to you in the quiet spaces when you weren't even looking. This is one of the most romantic signs there is, and most men walk right past it. They chalk it up to good memory. But it isn't memory, it's devotion in disguise. She has been holding pieces of you carefully, long before any conversation about feelings ever happened. Takeaway: when she remembers what you forgot you said, she has been listening with her heart, not just her ears. Sign number 5, she creates space for you to lead. Here is something beautiful about feminine psychology. When a woman trusts a man, she creates openings for him to step forward. She will ask for your opinion on something she already has an opinion about. She will hesitate before making a plan just to see if you'll suggest one. She will stand at a crossroads, literally or metaphorically, and look at you. This is not passivity. This is an act of respect and invitation. She is handing you the pen and saying, write something here. A woman who has no interest in a man makes all her own decisions and moves around him like he is furniture. But a woman who is beginning to imagine a future that includes you, she leaves room for you in it. The confident man sees this space and moves into it calmly, with intention. He doesn't overthink it. He simply steps forward and shows her that her trust was well placed. Takeaway: the space she leaves for you is not empty, it is a door she has quietly opened. Sign number 6, her eyes find you first. In any room, in any moment, notice where her eyes go first. When something funny happens, when something surprising occurs, when a song comes on that shifts the energy. Does she look at you? Because when a woman is emotionally connected to someone, her eyes seek that person instinctively. It is one of the most ancient, involuntary signals of attachment. She doesn't decide to look at you. She simply does. Her gaze reaches for you before her mind catches up. You cannot fake that kind of reflex. It lives below the surface of conscious thought. And when you notice it, when your eyes meet hers in that split second of pure instinct, something passes between two people that no amount of words could ever quite capture. Takeaway: the eyes always tell the truth, the lips haven't found the courage to speak yet. Here is what I really want you to hear, and I mean this for you, specifically the man watching this right now. You do not need to beg for someone to see your worth. You do not need to shrink yourself, chase someone, or perform for love. The right woman, when the time is right, will send you every single one of these signals. And all you need to do is be present enough to receive them. Real attraction is not built through desperation. It is built through patience, strength, and the quiet confidence of a man who knows his own value. You are not waiting because you are passive. You are waiting because you are wise. The most attractive thing a man can do is not chase it, is to be so genuinely present, so emotionally grounded that the right woman cannot help but move toward him. That is what these signals are telling you. Not to sit still forever, but to move with intention, and only when the moment is real. If this video gave you something, a new way of seeing, a quiet shift in how you'll read the room from now on, then leave a comment below. Tell me which sign resonated with you most. Like this video if it felt like something you needed to hear. And subscribe, because every week I bring you deeper into the language of the heart. And remember this: the man who waits for the right signal never has to wonder if he's welcome. He already knows.